Hey everybody, so now we're going to do a quick way to really frame and define your face and define your features. I like to call this a way to lose 10 pounds in 10 minutes with your face. So this is with contouring and highlighting, and it seems intimidating. It was intimidating for me at first, but once you get the hang of it, it's easy. It's easy to make a big difference on your face. Okay, so there's a couple options that we have for contouring. It depends on if you're more of a shimmery, glowy kind of person, or if you want more of the matte, natural look. If you like more of the matte look where you don't want any shimmer or glitter on your face, I would recommend using a sculpting stick. These are actually cream sticks, and it's double-sided, so you have the dark contour side, and then you have the other side, which is a lighter shade that you use to highlight with. And these are super blendable, super creamy, and they make it very, very simple to contour. The other option that you would have would be to use a luminizer. We have a few different formulas. We have a cream to powder stick, we have a powder, and then we also have a limited edition powder highlighter as well. And then we have our bronzers, and these come in 3 different colors. We have a light, medium, and dark shade. This is Hermosa. This is our medium shade. So you have a couple different options there. A lot of times I even use my eyeshadow sometimes as a highlighter. One of my favorite colors to use as a highlighter is actually called Optimistic, and that's what I have on the inner corner of my eyes. I'll use that as a highlight too. But really quickly, as far as the placement goes, you basically are going to want to use a highlight, the lighter shades on the areas of your face that you want to bring forward and make more noticeable, and then the darker shades on the areas that you want to conceal and make less noticeable. So typically your inside of your face, you're going to want it to be brighter, and then the outsides of your face is going to be darker, and that's going to make your face look slimmer. So let's get started. I'm going to do both so I can kind of show you. So the first thing we're going to do is our contour stick. These come in 4 shades. So what you'll do is you'll take the light shade, and you're going to put it in the middle of your forehead, down the center of your nose, and then you can either make a triangle if you haven't done your concealer yet, or just do it on your cheekbones. You can highlight this whole area right here. Actually, we'll just do that. A triangle, and you're going to do your chin and your Cupid's bow, and that's going to make your top lip look a little bit fuller. If you want to make your jawbone stick out or be more prominent, you can put this right along the jawbone. I know it looks crazy, but it's not going to look as bad once we get it going, okay? And then you're going to take the darker shade and basically just do it in the opposite area. So you're going to do the sides of your forehead. And if you have a more of a larger forehead and you want to shrink it, you put it on the top as well. So you can just put it right there. And that's going to make your forehead appear smaller. You're going to go on the sides of your nose, and this is going to make your nose look more slender. It's going to draw attention to the very middle of your nose, and then the sides are going to be darker. You're also going to go into the hollows of your cheeks. This is going to give you that defined cheekbones that, stick out, and then your cheeks that kind of look more sunken in. You can do a little bit right here, right under your lip in a curve. It's going to make the bottom lip look like it sticks out a little bit more and a little more full. And then you could also take it down onto your neck if you wanted. I'm not going to do that right now for sake of, let's do it. Okay, so I'll just do it down here. I like to put it right here because it's going to make those natural area, show a little bit more noticeable and make your neck look a little slimmer as well. Okay, so then what you're going to do, you can either use your fingers. I recommend either a blending bud or a brush. This is very, very creamy and blendable, so a brush works great. And so you're just going to go ahead and blend it out. If you were doing this not on a video, you could do one at a time. So do your darker shades and then your lighter shades. I usually like to do the darker shades first so that if I need to, I can go lighten up some areas if I got a little bit too heavy-handed with the contour there. And you really want to make sure that you get this into your hairline because your hairline is going to be lighter. So you don't want there to be like a streak of your pale skin. You know what I mean? So you want to make sure you get that all blended right into your hairline. And then I just smushed my brush for my nose since it's a smaller area. Get that all nice and blended. All right, and then we'll go with the lights. Oopsies. And see, it already makes my face look a little bit more chiseled and defined, and makes, you basically are highlighting where the sun would normally hit your face, especially if you're using a shimmer highlight. Okay, so then we're gonna go into using the shimmer, and I'll kind of show you. I won't put it on super dark since I obviously already contoured and highlighted, but just to give you the example. So the first thing I'm gonna do is use my contour. I have Sunset, which is the lightest shade of bronzer, and I really like it as, for me, because I'm kind of pale, I can, it works for me as like a light contour, and if you have a little bit darker complexion or more tan, it's going to be a good way to just bring a little glow to your skin. So you'll put that in the same area that you would have put that the contour stick. So on your temples, which is the sides of your forehead, and then also in the hollows of your cheeks. And then I just kind of blend into the hairline a little bit so that we making sure it looks natural and you can't tell. And then I'm gonna go underneath my jawbone. So we put the highlight right on the jawbone, and I'm putting this right underneath of it. And then bringing it down those two sides. It's gonna really make it appear more slender. You can also do the sides of your nose, so you just wanna be careful that you don't get the bronzer everywhere, so it's gonna make your nose look dirty. So you wanna make sure you keep it on the sides of your nose only. Woo, there we go. Looking glam. All right, and then we're gonna go in for the highlight. I'm gonna use our cream to powder stick. This is so simple. It's literally like a crayon, and it goes on super, super easily. This color is Benevolent. This is one of our top shades, and you're gonna put this where the sun's going to hit. The same places. It just gives you a nice little glow. So it's not only accentuating those areas, but because there is that shimmer there, it's giving a nice glow. You could use your fingers to blend this out. I'm just kind of patting it in with a blending bud. And this was just gonna help make your skin look refreshed and glowy like you just got off the beach, and it is going to look beautiful. See how it just catches the light so pretty? Oh, I love it. I love highlight. I just can't get enough of it. I just absolutely love it. And then to just add in a little extra to just warm up your face a little bit, especially if you have paler skin like I do. I like to put some blush on. You don't have to do this, but I think it's a good extra step to warm it up. This color is called Sweet. It is a really pretty light, ooh, dog's knocked over my mirror. A really pretty light pink. It looks good in every skin tone. And our blushes are super, super pigmented, so you really do not need much at all. Like one tap is plenty. And then I just take that on the apples of my cheeks and then blend it back. And how you want to think about the placement for this is I just remember Neapolitan ice cream, and it helps me remember where to put it. So you have your vanilla, your strawberry, and your chocolate. So your highlight, your blush, and then your bronzer. You won't forget it now. You're not going to forget it. So that's that. And then how I finish it off, just to make sure it's all blended, because it is kind of hard to blend it sometimes and you get all the colors on separately, is I go ahead with our setting powder, and then I'm going to just put it all over to finish it up, make sure it doesn't go anywhere. It also just blends it all in together beautifully and just puts a veil, like a perfecting veil over it. It reminds me of like a Snapchat filter. This is especially important if you're using the sculpting stick, because you always want to set, anytime you use a cream or a liquid product, you want to set it with a powder, just because the natural oils in your skin, they're going to rub together and you don't want it to slip and slide. You want to lock it in place with that powder. So there is how you contour. Gives your face a nice definition. It makes it look glowy and warm. It brings color back into your face, especially if you're using a full coverage foundation and it brings your face to one tone, one skin tone. You want to make sure you put some dimension back into your face with a highlight and contour. So with that, let me know if you have any questions. Thanks for joining me.